If you're thinking of signing up for Moomoo Trading, you need to watch this review first. On the surface, it looks like the modern pro-level platform that could level up your trading fast and make you much more profitable, but after thoroughly testing it in real conditions, I found some hidden strengths that can seriously boost your edge, and a few surprising flaws that you'll want to know about before you subscribe. But before we get into all of that, let's be clear about one thing right now. Who is the Moomoo Trading platform actually built for? The truth is, Moomoo Trading Platform is not trying to be the most complex platform for expert hedge fund managers. It has a different target user in mind. The trader who wants more power than they get from a simple app, but without the overwhelming complexity or high cost of a professional terminal. Think about the trader who is moving up from something like Robinhood. You've learned the basics. Now you need better data, better charts, and more control. Moomoo is built for you right there. Or maybe it's the active trader who wants a clean, mobile-friendly platform that doesn't charge an arm and a leg for advanced features like level 2 data. They've packed professional-grade tools into a mostly simple interface that takes a little bit of time to get to learn, but it's really packing a lot of complex stuff into something that a lot more people can use. You get free level 2 data, in-depth charting, and a very realistic Moomoo Paper Trading account. But that's all nice and well, but don't just take my word for it. When you look at the actual user reviews, the story becomes even clearer. Take this one user, for example. He said Moomoo is one of the best all-rounder trading apps, calling it an all-in-one stop for trading, news, analysis, and tools. He loved the smooth user interface and the fact that you can even earn points and play games, making the whole experience more engaging. I also came across this Moomoo Trading review from a user who's been on the platform since 2022. He called it a great experience and highlighted the plentiful resources for new traders who want to learn. He specifically pointed out the forums, the paper trading feature, and the news updates as his favorites. He even mentioned the points and rewards function, which makes trading feel rewarding. Now, when you compare the Moomoo app with a competitor like Robinhood, the difference in purpose is obvious. Robinhood is fantastic for its simplicity and its entry level into crypto, but for a trader who wants more insight and control, Moomoo pulls ahead. I found a thread on Reddit that highlights this shift perfectly. A user was asking for a platform to handle both stocks and crypto in one place, mentioning that he had mixed feelings about Robinhood. Another user replied that he had frustrating experiences with limits on Robinhood and therefore he switched to Moomoo. So he said it's been smooth, that the fees are transparent, and that the interface feels cleaner for trading both stocks and crypto like BTC and ETH. So yeah, I think that tells you everything. So if you're a trader who has outgrown the basics and also values powerful data and tools in a package that still feels clean and easy to use, Moomoo Trading Platform is a really strong contender. So, now that you know who the Moomoo trading platform is for, let's get into the specific features that make it so compelling and where it truly stands out. The first thing that'll hit you is the sheer amount of data that they actually give you for free. We're talking real-time quotes and that free level 2 data that I mentioned, which lets you see the actual buy and sell orders lining up. So for understanding market momentum, that is a huge advantage that many brokers charge a monthly fee for, and that's for free just to start. And the charts are where you'll spend most of your time, so the charting in Moomoo is extremely powerful and clear. You can add over 60 technical indicators, you can draw trend lines, and everything is incredibly responsive. But data and charts are just the start. Moomoo has built some really innovative tools on top of that foundation. One of my favorite Moomoo trading platform features is the AI Monitor. This is a market monitor that scans the entire market in real time for you, flagging unusual activity. It saves you the trouble of manually setting 100 different alerts, right? Then there's Moomoo AI, which is a step further than that. So this uses AI to quickly summarize key information about a stock so you get a snapshot of the company's health, its recent news, its analyst ratings, all the information on one place in kind of a summary. It doesn't tell you what to do, it speeds up your research dramatically if you just want a snapshot and then read further into it. For technical traders, the trend projection feature is really fascinating. It's based on the idea that history often repeats itself in the markets. You give it a stock's current chart pattern, and it scans the market to find other stocks that had similar patterns in the past, showing you how that pattern played out. It's a pretty powerful way to generate ideas and gauge potential future moves. But again, use that kind of thing with cautious and integrate it into your strategy. And if you want to follow the smart money, check out the institutional tracker. This shows you what major funds and insiders are buying and selling based on the reports that they are legally required to file. It's a fantastic way to learn from the biggest players in the market. I saw a user on Moomoo's own forum talking about how much he loves the insider activity feature. He said it gives a clear picture of what company executives are doing, letting him quickly filter trades to see the size and purpose. He uses it to spot confidence signals from management, which can be a powerful clue. Alright, next, let's talk about practicing and managing your portfolio. The Paper Folio feature is brilliant for testing strategies without the risk. It lets you create a simulated portfolio of stocks from the US, Hong Kong, and other global markets, and you can build a whole basket of stocks to see how a diversified idea of a portfolio would perform, which is much more effective than testing one trade at a time or risking your own money. And for managing your real money, features like the Dividend Reinvestment Plan, or DRIP, are really great for long term growth. It automatically reinvests your cash dividends into more shares, even fractional ones, helping your money compound over time. Then there's the Moomoo Investing Smart Save tool, which automatically sweeps your idle cash into a fund that earns a competitive interest rate. Your money is never just sitting there doing nothing, it's always working for you, and it's still instantly available for whenever you see a trade that you want to do. So, next, I came across this user review that perfectly sums up the Moomoo experience. He said he's been thoroughly impressed, noting the platform strikes a perfect balance between powerful tools and a user friendly interface. He specifically recommended it for anyone looking for a robust, low cost platform that grows with you from a beginner to an active trader. That's the real strength of Moomoo. It doesn't force you to choose between simple and powerful. It gives you a path to grow, and it gives you powerful and simple, but also the ability to use the more complex tools. But you know what? Of course, no platform is perfect, no tool is perfect. There are a few things that you should be aware of before you subscribe to Moomoo Trading. In my research, I came across this user review that I think hits on one potential hurdle. This trader had an excellent overall experience and praised the quick customer support, but he also said, and I quote, "The app is a little confusing. The app has got so big, I wish there was a light version just with the basics." So, okay, yeah, I get that. When you pack in this many features into one app, there can be a learning curve, and it might be counterintuitive to the purpose of using an app if it's too complex and you can't navigate all of it. I think the interface is pretty clean, but it's also dense with information and tools. It might feel overwhelming on day one compared to the extreme simplicity of an app like Robinhood, for example, which doesn't take any learning at all. So, in my experience, I think this is just a short term issue. The platform is well designed, and after a few days of exploring and using the built in learning resources, most traders find their way around pretty easily. It's not a recurring problem that haunts you. I did see it in a couple comments, such as this review, but it's more of just an initial adjustment period and just something to note. And when it comes to cost, Moomoo's pricing is very competitive. They have an extremely strong free tier that gives you a ton of value, including that coveted level 2 data, and their commission structure is really straightforward and designed to be low cost for active traders. When you compare it to other platforms that offer similar advanced tools, you can save a significant amount on fees, which adds up quickly over time. For the most current Moomoo trading pricing and any active promo deals that are currently running, check the link in the description of this video. We try to keep it updated so that you can get the best possible deal when you sign up. So, what is my final verdict in this Moomoo trading review? Well, if you're a beginner or intermediate trader who feels limited by basic platforms and you're ready for more powerful tools without the high cost or complexity, Moomoo is an excellent choice. Make sure to check the link in the description of this video to get started with their current offers.